Well, we'll title this one Winging It Within the Plan's Parameters. Always make sure that your plan has wiggle room. So we went into the last of the mating nooks, ones that have been soaking up bees. There are 3 frames of bees in there, and no eggs. So that one was a dud, and that's fine. That still means 5 out of 6. So I broke the 3 frames up, and what we're gonna do, since it got nicer and we can get this done before we do the rest of the honey supers work, we're gonna pull out frames from the overwinters and load the mating nooks up, because I can, you know, pull a frame of eggs, pull a frame of eggs, pull a frame of eggs, you know. And so I'm gonna get my smoker lit, and I've got my gloves, and that's what I'm doing today. Well, that one went marginally as planned, except for that hive right there. Pissed me off. Stinging me up through my jeans, through the other gloves, and yeah, so I went kind of extreme with them. I took their 3 boxes and we put them over here. Oh, good morning. I think about 7:15, maybe 7:45. So we went and got our honey supers kind of set out and ready. I already took some down. I'm not sure when or what, but I have this drawn comb, box drawn comb that I've been working on little bit by little bit over the years. I thought I might put it out on one of them. I didn't get to that because I was doing some prep work, that sort of thing, for pulling rabbits playing in my bee yard. My dog is sitting here watching rabbits playing in my bee yard. And I already hear the honeybees all over the bush. That's funny. Well, sorry bunnies, you're gonna have to go play someplace else. I'm getting another one. My word. My dog just sits there. He don't even care anymore. I don't need this many. Why am I getting all these rabbits? Oh wait, yeah, I know why I'm getting all these rabbits. I'm sure all of these areas are kind of because of all the construction. And they don't really bother with me too much, you know. I hear honeybees flying. Kind of sucks only having one ear. Well, I got 2 ears, there's only one that works, but it's hard to. Huh. Maybe I was hearing a bumblebee. They make a bunch of noise. You get 2 or 3 bumblebees bumbling. I don't see nothing. I do have a fair bit of bees here doing stuff, so, you know. So yesterday, that was we kind of stayed within the plan's parameters. So I went to do some of the prep work on the big ones, you know, put honey excluders on and stuff. And it turned out that one, the cedar box that on these two is, you know, mostly honey, was mostly brood and such. And then there was the fact that they were real jerks to me. So instead of pulling a little bit of strength off them, we broke a bunch of them up. It was so haphazard. I want to go in, like I was mentioning, and shake bees down and arrange all of my honey frames in the top, brood frames in the bottom, you know, that type of thing on the doubles. But I don't know, maybe I'll do that today. Oh hey, look, we got flowers. I didn't even notice. I've been so busy I haven't been able to stop and smell the roses. Cool. Ooh, we got a bunch of something coming up there. I threw a bunch more mustard out. Looks like some of it's coming up. That's cool. These are pretties. I kind of try to reseed every year so that I get more and more density of the flowers, so it hopefully helps hold the blackberries back. Oh, pretty blooms everywhere. Yeah. I don't hear any. It's kind of chilly, but no, good. Oh wait, I might have frames in there. I'll have to look. Blackberries. I guess I'll talk to you a little bit while I get this going. So the process we're finishing up today is the ones that are my doubles. The original plan was to grow everything up into 2 deeps and then push them down into 1 and then put on 2 honey supers. Well, everything kind of got condensed. 1, because I needed to draw frames. The bees were a couple weeks later than would have liked. And then spring started earlier. But see, what we're doing is I'm going to go through the doubles, and I'm going to take any brood and open comb, put it in the bottom box. I'm going to pull any of the honey or any undrawn combs to the top box, and then potentially remove that top box and put on 2 honey supers. I may have been able to get a little bit drawn, and I may have been able to get a couple more frames of brood because there was the added open space. And so we're going to try and condense the frames down and put the bee strength to use, make it honey now instead of drawing more comb. That bee needs one of Red's quiet boxes. I like that. He's talking about the pro-nukes using those quiet boxes. That's what I kind of do. That bee needs a quiet box. Go away, bee. I think this is actually going to work. Or cause them to swarm. Hope not. They've still got some room. And I'm not going to put it all back in. Nice little split. Nice little split. Nice little split. Make sure we don't got a queen. Nice little split. Nick. you don't like it when I say so. I get it. That's nice. Perfect. Yeah, I know. Bang, bang. Ah, man. Don't worry, I'm done. Go away. You stupid bee. Go away. Oh, come here. They get the soft spots. Just barely enough for you to get it. Man, I put a lot of stripes in. Okay, we're back because we gotta get our bee work done. It's gonna rain tomorrow and maybe the next day, and so we're not gonna want to do it then. And that'll give them 2 days to get all calmed back down. Yep, yep. Be right back. Okay, got the big gloves on. So basically we've got 2 starter nooks, but what I think I'm going to do, I had thought about putting them in the side by side, but I think that Annelle right there could use some bees. Whoop. Point you right way. I was looking where I was pointing instead of looking what I was pointing at. Now we're done with those 2. I'd really like to make sure there's no queen up here. I don't think I'm gonna do anything over there. I had thought about, I may pull one of these mediums off. I don't know. May leave it there for now too. It's there next. But yeah, I'm gonna shake them down real quick and make sure there's no queen up there. Wonder where I left my hive tools. Found them. We'll see if I have to go get smoke. I'm gonna bet I have to go get smoke. Yeah, see, they're only on like one frame up here. So, we're just gonna do this. Boy. Well, maybe. Here, you want to see what they look like? That'll be a good box for some honey supers. Now, they can just sit here while we look through this box. Ouch, dang it. Oh, my knee itches now. It's okay, y'all can go fly back to your hive, I don't care. Yeah, we got eggs too. Oh, there's our queen right there. So, let's go put her back in her box. I need another nook box. We need a quiet box. That's funny. They immediately know the queen's gone in there. Let's give myself a little more room. Devil with the mama. We're gonna load that up now. Well, I'll come back and open it. I have some bees that could use a home. Can you hear them? And these bees need more bees. That almost fit. Dang it. Can you hear them? Now they have a better chance. Much better chance. There weren't very many bees in there. There. Let's see if we can do this one quick. I doubt it, but you know, just possible. There's not a whole lot of bees up here either. Kind of good. Pretend smoke, pretend. See, pretend. Yeah, you all chill for a little bit. I think the queen might be in here. These ones seem more chill with 2 boxes. I'm wondering if she's in here. I mean, they're not exactly chill, but... Besides, we can work in the shade over here. Dang it. I don't like working in these gloves. I can't feel nothing. Oh, there's some larvae. Show me your queen. Oh, there she is right there. Okay. Put her in the quiet box. I don't know when it stopped recording, but what I said is this is working, just not on as large a scale as I had originally planned. Instead of getting half a dozen frames of brood out of it, we're getting like 2, 3. That's okay. We'll use it, put a good use. Now they can make honey. Well, for the overall wrap up, didn't do anything back there, didn't do anything back here. Oh, come on, bee, go away. Go be someplace else. We loaded up the yellow hive. Well, good evening. We'll see if they let me film a wrap up now or not. They weren't letting me earlier. They were bugging me too much. I had been set up for drawing a new comb and making a little bit of extra brood. Now, I didn't get to do either of those two things for as long as I had wanted to, because the season has come very quickly this year. Early, and then the blooms have come on, real fast. Over the last few days, I have proceeded to upset every one of the hives. I mean, you want to be equal in your upsetting of them. Oh, I gotta turn that water off. So we've reconfigured the big overwinters into a honey setup. They've got the two largest have two brood boxes, and then they have a deep and a medium honey super. The doubles, if they were the larger doubles, they got their second deep pulled, brood pushed down, bees pushed down into the single, and 2 honey supers. If they were smaller, they only got 1 honey super. Plus, I ran out of honey supers. That one over there, partly because they were very rude to me, they got their life completely changed. So, when I went into what I thought was a honey deep, it turned out to be a brood deep. And I thought, oh, okay, that'll be easy. I'll just pull off a little strength. And they told me no. So we went and got the heavy gloves, and we said yes. So they supplied a lot of the cap brood for setting up the mating nooks in the long hive. That one there primarily, and that one, the overwinter there, secondarily supplied the egg frames in them. The yellow Anel over there is now loaded with pretty strong nook that came out of the doubles. I don't know where and what, but they all kind of contribute a little bit. Basically, any of the excess brood that I couldn't put into the bottom box, we made splits with. We also took some of that excess brood down here and loaded the side-by-side. So, side-by-side's loaded. That box is the main brood box from the triple that got broke down. I think that's where the queen is. I'll find out after this raid. Because of the deep frames that we're pulling out of hives that got drawn on and such stuff like that, both sides of the Tardis are loaded full with frames. A few of them are drawn comb for the queen to lay in, and most of them are for them to draw on. So making queens, making queen, and a making queen. So what is that? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're making 11 queens. I thought I was only making 10. But yeah, we're making 11. And yeah, that's how it worked out. So we've reconfigured everything for hopefully maximum honey production. And we've got our first round of solstice queens started, or almost solstice. They'll be a little bit early, but pretty close to the same thing. And then after that, we'll make one more round of queens in the long hive for reserve bank. Those 3 back there, I'm just going to let them keep working on those deeps. I may do the same thing with the 2 swarms here. Go back through and pull out any of the comb, because we also boosted the smallest of those swarms with some of the excess brood frames also. We also I did a lot of bee work this weekend. I'm kind of tired. But everybody's, yay! My benches are full. That's all I've ever wanted. Full benches. Orientating. I didn't get to put those on. We'll do that after the rain. Yeah, she's gonna sting me if I keep standing there. I don't want to get stung in the hand. But I think that's all of it. Okay, we'll leave. All right. Wonder how much they get off of that. Kind of like it. Bumblebee. To see my flowers. The ones I planted and the one God's planted. Blessed days, everyone. Bye.